So I got really sick last year. I had a spinal cord compression that went undetected for months. During that time, my body started to break down, and I was bedridden. We got it under control with medication. I remember being on 1800 milligrams of gabapentin. What they don't tell you about taking nerve pain medication for months is that it can start to mess with your brain. And in those dark days, there were definitely moments where I'd given up all hope. Up until that point, I was on this endless quest to climb the corporate ladder and make something of myself. I was doing well too. I'd recently switched my job and nearly doubled my salary. For the first time, I did not need to conscientiously keep track of how much money I was spending. The lifestyle creep had not caught up, and I had plenty of money left to spare. I had always dreamed of when that time would come. I would get myself a nicer apartment by the water, go on a big vacation and travel in style, maybe pick up a new camera to document my adventures. Those things did not happen. Instead, I was home, icing my back, and watching anime. You live life thinking there are a lot of things that matter, but it's crazy how so many of those things stop being important as soon as you get sick. Sometimes, when bad things happen to you, you start to see life through a specific lens. It's like being in a tunnel. There's no light and no end in sight. I tried everything. Physical therapy, exercise, diet, a chiropractor, cupping, even acupuncture. Got some relief here and there, but the nerve pain would come back and I would be back in the tunnel. After going through the tunnel for some time, you forget why you were there to begin with, and you start to wonder if you'll ever see light again. Still, you press on, searching for the end. I thought I saw a glimpse of that light when I finally had a diagnosis. After multiple MRIs, they found the nerve cord compression in my neck, and I was booked for emergency spine surgery just 2 weeks later. They told me I could not smoke for the surgery, but in that moment, all I wanted was a hit of nicotine. The days leading up to the surgery were tough. I was contemplating how much permanent nerve damage I had, and if I would ever fully recover. I had hope though. Who knows, maybe I'll be able to live a normal life again. I was anxious on the big day. The hospital for special surgery overlooks the Hudson, and you have this beautiful view of Roosevelt Island across the water. I wanted to come back and photograph it one day when I was feeling better. The surgery went smoothly. I woke up in pain and had to piss in a bottle, but I was able to be discharged the same day. The next couple of days were spent slowly recovering. I was sore and had very little stamina, but the pain was a lot more manageable. I could see myself walking again, but I was still in that tunnel and the light was very far away. It was at the 3-month mark that I took a moment to reflect on my progress. I knew I had gotten a lot better, but my life was not normal. My muscles in my left leg had atrophied, and some days I had to walk with a limp. The doctors told me that there were lifelong complications I may need to live with. I was just grateful to have a taste of life again. Nerve cord compression has been described to me as a descending ladder. As your body starts to deteriorate, you develop a new baseline for what is normal. Then, after a while, your standard of living drops off a cliff, and you have a new baseline. At its worst phase, I could not walk or stand. I could not carry groceries. Walking my dog around the block completely winded me, and I had to struggle to get back up the stairs to my home. My wife stepped in and started carrying the household work for the both of us. There were times she needed to help me put on my socks. I don't think you fully appreciate what it means to be married until you get sick. If I said that as a baseline for my life, I was doing a lot better. But there were days I would feel a sense of nostalgia for what I'd lost. As the days went by, I knew it would never be the same again. Still, I made progress and took myself off of gabapentin. I also finally started taking antidepressants. After a few weeks, I was walking around the apartment and singing, badly. I don't really sing. I intentionally butcher songs, usually in a funny accent to make myself laugh. I only do it when I'm alone, or around my wife. It used to drive her insane, but today we both realized I hadn't done this in a long time, perhaps years. As the days went on, my mood improved, almost too quickly. I was so happy I began to wonder if I was experiencing a manic episode. The happiness leveled out over time, and although I was still in pain every day, I felt like I could see life through a new lens. I came to the realization that I was in the tunnel long before I got sick. Somewhere along my journey to adulthood, I entered the rat race, drank the Kool-Aid, and stopped looking at the bigger picture. I don't know what I want anymore. My quest to climb the corporate ladder is at a standstill. I still want to work and provide a good standard of living for my family, but if there's one thing the past year has taught me, it's that happiness is not waiting for me at the end of my professional journey. It's just another endless tunnel. This is the first video I worked on in many years. I struggled for a long time to come up with what I wanted to talk about, and I realized that what I thought could have been the end of my normal life is the right starting point. I don't know if making these videos will make me happy either, but when I create, I put something of myself out there. I like to think you don't know the person until you see the art that lies within. Perhaps it's the reason why I'm drawn to my camera during difficult times. It's how I capture the light around me, and maybe it'll help illuminate the way for someone else on the same journey. Thank you for watching.